Hello, this is Daniel Kwame Pobi, your friend, welcoming you to Hackat's Leadership 360. This is where we discuss all things leadership and personal development. We grow together, we develop together, we build ourselves, and we occupy the space that we want to occupy together. If this is your first time joining us, I encourage you subscribe to our channel, Daniel Pobi, and be part of this growing community. If this is not your first time and you have subscribed and have not clicked on that bell button, please do so you receive notifications. But again, I encourage you share the video, share with your friends, share with your colleagues, friends and family everywhere. Invite them, let them also watch, let them also learn what we are learning together, and let's grow together. Don't keep all of it to yourself. This is a time when we are preparing ourselves and ushering ourselves ahead for what we see coming to us. And this episode, we are looking at one of my favorite topics, vision and goal setting. Vision and goal setting. You will hear me speak a lot about it because it's something that is on my heart. It's very dear to me because I have seen that if you don't set targets, if you don't set goals for yourselves, if you don't have a vision for your life, nothing really happens. I've seen countless times things happen in my life because I purposed that this is what I want to achieve. I remember the very first time when I put together a plan for my life. I had just finished secondary school and thinking about what I would do. And I remember putting together a 10-year development plan for my life. Imagine someone after secondary school putting something like that together. But it guided me. I remember how I set a target of how long I'm going to rent and how long I'm going to live in hired or rented accommodation and how things turned out. I had even forgotten that I had set a goal like that until things happened. And then I remembered that some time ago I had determined that I'm not going to rent a place for more than 5 years. What I'm saying is that, look, this topic is very dear to my heart. And I want to encourage you, stick and stay with us through to the end. We are going to have an exercise at the end where we're going to look at the different areas of your life that you need to set goals concerning your life. But what are we going to talk about? So far as this topic of vision and goal setting is concerned, what are we going to talk about? First and foremost, we want to look at some statements that speak to vision statements, some statements that will really draw your attention to what vision is all about. Then we'll look at personal ownership of vision, the fact that you need to own your vision. And there are some things we'll be talking about, 5 of them, that allows you to own the vision for your life. And then we'll talk about how do you develop your personal vision. And then that exercise where we look at just if it were in a workshop situation, it will be different. But here we'll look at the wheel of your life and then see the different areas that you need to set targets, you need to set vision and goals for your life. So we will start with those statements that speak to vision and how important having a vision for your life is concerned. Now, the first statement says that what you can see determines who you can be. What you can see determines who you can be. So imagine Father Abraham gets an encounter with the Almighty and he says that step out of your tent and look around you. What you see determines who you can be. If you are within a certain tent in your life, if you have restrictions for your life and certain limitations for your life, you need to move out of it and lift up your eyes to see, because what you see determines who you can become. So what are you seeing? And when we say see, it's not just about sight. We are talking about vision, and it comes not only by sight, it also comes by your spirit, what you hear and is imprinted. When someone tells you something, you hear it and you say, oh, I see. When you say, oh, I see, it's not that you've seen with your physical eyes, but you've seen with your mind's eye. So you can see also with your mind's eye. There are some things you see for the first time, and you can just all of a sudden tell that I've been to this place before. I've seen this thing before. Spiritually, your spirit man saw it before the manifestation in the physical. Now we go spiritual and physical. There's a lot we can talk about it, but I'm just bringing here the fact that what you see determines who you can be. Don't limit it to just sight. Okay? Sight is critical, but your mind's eye is also critical. The eyes of your spirit is also critical. These are sources of vision, okay? And what you see determines who you can be. If you see yourself as a grasshopper, well, you will be a grasshopper. Maybe you even get to reach the land and you get yourself annihilated on the way. But what you see is the first statement. What you see determines who you can be. The second statement is that you see only what you are prepared to see. You see only what you are prepared to see. A certain friend of mine, Coach Bismarck, did an exercise, and I just love that exercise. When someone mentions a certain color and says that the workshop in that group participants just look for anything that has that color, you'll be amazed and surprised to see how many things you will see that has that color. And if the color that is pronounced changes, you will begin to see other things that also the new color has that at first you didn't notice them, because maybe you are looking for red and that thing that they have red, and so you didn't see that thing. Now they mention blue and you begin to see what you didn't see at first when you were looking for red. Now you begin to see what carries blue, because now you're looking at a different thing altogether. And then when the color yellow is also mentioned, you see something else. So the second statement is that you see only what you are prepared to see. How prepared are you to see what you want to see in your life as an individual, in your family, in your business, in your career, in your profession? Are you prepared to see what it is that you want to see? Is it a vision that you yourself are determined to see, or it is just a desire, or it is just a dream? Now, so that is the second statement. What you see, only what you are prepared to see. If you don't focus on what it is that you want to see, you don't want to see it. Pure and simple. The third one is what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. If you see human beings as trees, you will get human beings giving you what trees give you. So what you see is what you get. Now, these are statements that you just want to think and reflect about them, because they bring your mind to what vision does and how important vision is in your life. But the next, the portion of what we are discussing in this episode that I want to bring to you is that you need to own your vision. It's about personal ownership of vision. It's a process. You go through a certain process that allows you to own what it is that you call a vision for your life. That vision for your family, that vision for your business, you go through a certain process that allows for personal ownership. The first one that I want, and I will be talking about five things. The first one is look within you. Okay, look within you. Now, what do you feel when you look inside of you? When you look inside, you will get to know what do you feel inside. What is the feeling? What is that emotion that is going on? And if you have not signed up for an emotional intelligence course, this is the time to remind you. Look for that link and join that emotional intelligence course. But let's proceed. Look within you. What do you feel? You need to own what you feel. and you need to look inside you to see what you feel. Now, there is also another aspect of looking, which is behind you. When you look behind you, you want to find out what are the things that you have learned over the years. What have you learned? When you look behind you, what have you learned from your past? What have you learned? Are you repeating the same things? And the things you've been doing all this while, are they serving you? So you look behind you and you want to find out, what have you learned? It's part of you taking ownership of that vision which you have. Then you look also around you. The first one, we said, look within you, and it'll tell you what you feel inside. Then we said, look behind you. It gives you the lessons that you learned over the past of your life. Now, the third one, we are saying you want to look around you, the space around you. What is happening to others will tell you some of the things to avoid. All right, so that you don't repeat the mistakes others are repeating. Also, you learn those who are successful, what got them successful. So look around you, what is happening to others, and then you will learn. That helps you to carve your own vision. Then another area to look is to look above you, because there are some things that are also above you. There is the Almighty who is above all. Now, what does God expect of you? When you look above you, what does God say about you? What is His purpose for your life? What is God's intention for bringing you into this space that we call the earth? Why are you here? Look above you and ask the Almighty, what does God expect of you? It helps you to own the vision that you have. Then you look ahead of you. What is the big picture? When you look ahead, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 50 years from now, what is the big picture? What is the kind of life that you want to have? What is the kind of life that you want to have 20 years from now, 30 years from now? It may appear as if it's too far away, but if you want to check 30 years ago, if you are more than 30, you want to just check 30 years ago, some of the things that happened within that 30 years, were you expecting them to happen so fast and so quick? I don't think so. But look ahead of you, and you want to find out what is the big picture. What is out there? These are questions that you who want to take ownership of the vision for your life. You want to ask yourself these things. I said there are five. The first one is you want to look inside within you and what you feel. You also want to look also the space that is around you and check what is happening to other people. And then number two, I said you want to look behind you. What are the lessons that you have picked along the way for your own life? And you want to let that inform. Look above you. What does God expect of you? And then look ahead of you and be able to tell, what is that big picture for my life? Where am I going? Where am I heading? And how do I get there? All right, so we're talking vision and goal setting, and these are things that you and I we need to reflect on so we can own the vision for our life, so that we can take ownership. But see, the truth of the matter is that no one can decide to follow you until they know the direction you are heading in. And that is why you need to develop your own vision. You need to develop, where are you going? Before you ask someone to follow you, before you get someone to sit under your influence, you want to be sure that you know where you are going, because no one is going to follow you until they know the direction you are heading. If people come after you and you tell them, well, you want to follow me, but I don't know where I'm going, how do they follow you? So the more your vision reflects what you think, and the things that you care about, the things that you are passionate about, the more your vision reflects these things, the more powerful that vision will be. Because you will live your life around it, and it allows it to be very, very powerful for your life. So you want to check, and as you develop your own vision, let it be something that you care about. Let it be something that you think about. Let it be something that you are passionate about. And let it be something that can drive you. That is how you develop your own vision. And these are guiding questions that I also want to put across to you. The first guiding question is that, where are you right now? Are you in P1 or P2 or P3? P1 could be primary one, and P1 could also be post-secondary one, depending on where you are. You may be P1, or you are in level 100, or level 200, or level 600. I remember the first time I heard someone was in level 600. I could not imagine someone being in level 600. But when you go to do your master's, it's level 600. So where are you now? Okay, where are you now in your finances? Where are you now in your career, in your profession? Where are you right now in your family life and in your relationship? Where are you right now in terms of your health and well-being? Where are you? And it's a guiding question. Where are you right now as you reflect on developing a vision for the year that is ahead of you? You want to find out, where am I? Where am I right now? Number two, where do you want to be? By when? What is the dream? What is the vision? What have you seen? What you see is what you get. And I ask you, what have you seen? What it is that you have seen? And when do you want to get there? You want to build a house. When do you want to complete the house? It is critical because it helps the kinds of decisions that you make. It informs the choices that you make. It informs the friends that you keep. And so you want to ask yourself, where do you want to be? And by what time do you want to be at that place? My dear friend, the third question that will be a guide for you is to ask yourself, why do I want to be there? Really, what is your motive for wanting to be where you want to be? Why? Why do you want to be there? Is it for somebody? Is it for yourself? Is it for your community? You want to find out. Is it for your family? The place where you want to get to that you have seen. Why do you want to be there? That will serve as you knowing the motivation for some of the things that you will do. And the next guiding question is, how will you get there? You know where you want to be. You know when you want to be there. You know that this is where I want to be and this is when I want to be there. But the next, why do you want to be there? And then now, how will you get there? How will you get there? What will take you there? What is the means? What direction do you need to take? What steps do you need to take? How will you get there? Step by step. Can you share how you will get there? Last but not the least, why must something be done and be done now? If you need to get to where you want to get to, why must you do something now? Why do you need to do something about it now? Because at a point in time, if you don't know why you are doing what you are doing, and the fact that it fits into the big picture that you have seen for your life, look, you're going to just stop whatever it is that you are doing. You're just going to pack things and leave. But at this point, why must something be done now? Why must I choose to work instead of just sitting under a tree? Why must I choose to sit under a tree instead of working? Is that feeding into where I want to get to? Because it's about, why must something be done now? Why not tomorrow? Why not next year? Why not next 2 years? Because you want to get to this point in the next 5 years. You can't waste 2 years and just wait for the years to come and catch you. So Why must something be done about it now? See, we're talking about vision and goal setting, and setting a vision or setting a goal for your life. It is important for you and I to remember the fact that everyone in this world is a goal setter. All of us, we set goals. Everyone set targets. Everyone set something that they want to achieve in one way or another. But the thing is that if you fail to plan, I almost said if you fail to plan or set goals, it's like you are planning to fail. Failing to plan means that you are planning to fail. As much as you want to set a goal, even the man who is failing in life is setting goals that cause him to fail. It's the goals that the person has set that is getting the kind of results that the person is getting. So you're just only failing at achieving what it is that you have set for yourself. And many of us plan not to do things that would make us successful. And that's the problem. We plan. And the plan is that we are not going to do the things that will get us successful. And not achieving what we desire does not mean the absence of goals. If you are not achieving what you desire, it's not the absence of goals. It's rather the absence of the right goals. And that's what leaders do. Leaders understand that they must set the right goals. Are you setting the right goals for your life? Your future, my future, depends on setting the right goals. And that should be determined by the vision that you have for your life, the purpose of your life. And we talked about discipline. It's about discipline, discipline of setting goals according to our vision and our purpose. And if you want to set some goals for your life, let me share with you some of the areas that you need to set. It's an exercise. Note these things. It's part of the wheel of your life, and find out next year what are the goals that I can set for these areas of my life. What do I want to see in the next year? So far as this area of my life is concerned, number one is about career and money. What do I want to see in my finances? In my profession, in my career, what do I want to see? Number two is about home and family. What is the kind of home I want to have? What is the kind of family I want to have? Number three is about personal growth. What is my plan for personal growth for my own life? What about hobbies and creativity? That is the next area. What are the hobbies I'm going to pick on? What are the things that will get me creative? What are the creative things that I'm going to do in the coming year? The next part of your wheel is about your life purpose and your vision. Why are you here? Do you know? Are you inching closer and closer to your life's purpose? The next one is about your relationship. Your relationships. So your friends, your family, do you relate with them? Your nuclear family, your extended family, how do you relate with them? Then the next area you want to look at and set goals, your spiritual life. Your spirituality is not about being religious, it's about being spiritual. And what are the goals? Are you setting goals for your quiet time? Are you setting goals for your Bible study? Are you setting goals for prayer time? Are you setting particular specific goals to grow yourself spiritually? What about health and well-being? Are you setting goals concerning your health and well-being? How safe and sound are you? What is the status of your health and what are you doing about it? These are areas that you want to just take note of and set goals concerning your life so you can get yourself moving in the direction that you so desire and so wish to get yourself achieving. And so, friends, as I wrap up, we've shared some vision statements with you that helps you to see how important vision is. And we've talked about the need for you to have personal ownership of your vision. The 5 areas that you need to look. You need to look within. You need to look behind you. You need to look above you. You need to look around you. And you need to look ahead of you and see the big picture. These things help you. And if you want to develop your own vision, know that if you don't know where you are going, no one will follow you. And that is why you need to set that goal for your life and work towards achieving that goal for your life. Friends, it's been a good time sharing with you and growing together with you. Please share this video. Let others come and enjoy together with us until we meet again in the next episode. Yes, we are wrapping up the year and we wish you all the best. Celebrate what God has done for you in this year with family and friends. And we wish you all the best. God bless you.